Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming out on a beautiful Monday morning, an important day. Thank you, Madam Mayor, for launching this very important citywide event. It is meaningful to have this type of support from the Mayor's office, and we look forward to great results, a great campaign. We not only want to meet our goal, we want to beat our goals. Today marks the launch of several very important things. First of all, it's the launch of Mayor Crombie's Food Drive Challenge. Second of all, it's the launch of Hunger Awareness Week, starts today across the country. Third, the Mississauga Food Bank Thanksgiving and Fundraising Drive kicks off today. And fourth, the 2015 edition of the Face of Hunger report is being launched today as well, describing who's hungry in Mississauga and why they're hungry. As the organization responsible for feeding those who are hungry across the entire city of Mississauga, we are part of a national-wide movement of food banks ensuring that no one goes hungry in any of our communities. Hunger Awareness Week is the annual time to remind all of us that 1 million Canadians currently require a food bank in this country. Unacceptable, shameful. Here in Mississauga, over 112,000 residents currently live below the poverty line, and our vision at the Mississauga Food Bank is not one of them ever goes hungry. With the support of our generous donors, we provide food for 2.2 million meals per year through our network of 44 member agencies all across the great city of Mississauga. Our agencies include neighborhood food banks, hot meal programs, breakfast clubs, shelters, and youth at risk programs. There is a neighborhood food bank for every resident of Mississauga, with food being distributed to every corner of the city every single day. The Thanksgiving Food and Fundraising Drive is an important time of year to raise the food and funds required to feed these hungry neighbors. While we celebrate a season of Thanksgiving and thankfulness, please join me with Mayor Crombie and Chief Beckett to raise 80,000 pounds of food and $80,000 by October 16th. To launch this important season of giving, today we are distributing our 2015 Face of Hunger report. This report gives you insight into who is using a food bank in Mississauga, and more importantly, why are they using a food bank in Mississauga? For instance, did you know that the average income of a food bank client here in Mississauga is $1,319 each month, or that 8% of all of our food bank clients are current post-secondary students? Or, more critically, did you know that the number of seniors using food banks in Mississauga is on the rise? Adequate income to support the necessities of life continues to be the greatest challenge for food bank clients. We advocate in this report that food bank clients require an increase in minimum wage to bring their families out of poverty. I urge you to pick up a copy of the Face of Hunger report to my left on the table, read it, and feel free to call me or contact me with any questions you may have. Thank you again to Mayor Crombie, participating city councilors, city staff, and Chief Beckett for joining me this morning on this very critical and important Thanksgiving food drive. And thanks to each and all of you for lending your support during this food drive. We look forward to a very successful Thanksgiving drive that will ensure that no one, not one resident of this great city of Mississauga, goes hungry. I'd also like to acknowledge our sponsors for the Mississauga Food Bank food drive this year, Scott's Canada, EnerSource, and Cobb's Bread. Now, without further ado, I want to turn it over to Madam Mayor.
Good morning, everyone. Let me begin by recognizing the members of council who have joined me here this morning in Celebration Square. Councillor for Ward 4 right here, John Kovac. Thank you, John, for joining us this morning. I want to further recognize Mississauga Fire and Emergency Services Chief Tim Beckett and the Chief's entire team of dedicated firefighters and first responders for coming out this morning. Thank you for joining us. And as well, I see members of Peel Regional Police have joined us here this morning. Thank you as well for coming. I want to acknowledge Chris Hatch, Executive Director of the Mississauga Food Bank. Chris serves on my Homelessness and Poverty Advisory Board, and he has committed his career to raising the quality of life for all Mississaugans. This week marks the start of Hunger Awareness Week, and today we are launching the Mayor's Citywide Food Drive. A citywide food drive is another campaign commitment, and I'm seeing it through. This is a partnership with the Mississauga Food Bank and Mississauga Fire and Emergency Services. Combating poverty and fighting hunger is something we cannot do alone. During the citywide food drive, we encourage residents to donate non-perishable goods at any of our fire hall locations. The initiative is also a friendly competition between each of Mississauga's 11 wards. Foods will be weighed in between September 21st and October 16th, and each of the councillors is encouraging their residents to get involved and to donate food to each of their fire halls. The ward that has collected the most amount of food will be declared the winner on October 17th. Our goal for this year's food drive is £80,000 and $80,000 raised by October 16th. There is no shortage of compassion in Mississauga. We are a city that cares. We are people who want to do more and who want to give back. Mississauga is an affluent city, but at the same time, many in our city live in poverty and fight hunger. 13,000 individuals visit the Mississauga Food Bank each and every month. With Thanksgiving around the corner, these citywide contributions will better ensure that families can enjoy a warm, cooked meal and share new memories together. Thank you all.
Well, good morning to everybody. Mississauga Fire and Emergency Services is proud to support the Mayor's Citywide Food Drive Challenge. We know that many people in our community struggle on a daily basis to provide the necessities for their family. The food bank is just one way that we can help ease this burden. Mississauga Fire and Emergency Services is the top public collector for the Mississauga Food Bank. We collect food 365 days a year, 24 hours a day at each of our 20 fire stations located across the city of Mississauga. We are on the front line helping the community during fire emergencies, and we see this as another emergency facing our community, and we want to be there to help. Our fire stations are well positioned throughout the city for easy drop-off points in each of the neighborhoods. We know how generous our residents in the city are. In the last 12 months, almost 83,000 pounds of food was collected at the fire halls across the city. And between June 2012 and May 2013, over 101,000 pounds of food was dropped off by big-hearted Mississaugians and delivered to Mississauga food banks to feed our hungry neighbors. We encourage everybody to reach into their cupboards and bring some food on down to the fire station to help support this food drive. Let's help Mississauga Food Bank reach their 80,000 pounds of food and $80,000 raised to feed the children, families, and seniors across our great city. Thank you for joining us today.
Can we ask everyone to come forward? We're going to try to get one photo with everyone here, maybe from the stairs. The photographs can be taken. Come on in, come on in. You just two sit there.
We're up high, so we can.
Go ahead.
There we go. Right in front, Dan. That's okay. We need to get tighter? Do you need us to be tighter? Yes? Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. You're okay.
Yeah, show them up here, guys. Guys,
There we go.
come on up behind.
Come on up here, guys. Come on up. Come on up. Right back here.